Hello again, children of the Venom, and welcome to the 29th episode of Video Venom, Outpour. I'm just gonna flow, off the top of my head. Because that's how it is, okay? I feel as though my mind and everything is just bursting at the seams with ideas and things that I want to take in, okay? There's such an outpour of ideas and things, how I want the future to be, how I find the present to be, and what I consider my past here at Academy X, okay? Kind of like the oil spill in the Gulf, in the sense that BP and they're not exactly going out and lying because, of course, their executives and lawyers are too smart for that, but they're not telling the truth. They're not. It's way too much. Way too much oil. They pretty much just killed the entire ecosystem of the Gulf. It was happening anyways, they just accelerated it. So I'd like to see them pick up the price tag for that, if such a price tag can be calculated. But enough about, macrocosm, these huge global events, or at least, hemispherical events, if you will. Now, time to the nitty-gritty, okay? Here's the thing that really sickens me about Academy X now, okay? We have about a week left, and we're done already. We took all of our finals. Everything else it's just a formality, okay? We have the picnic coming up. There's prom after that, but, no one who really, really believes in these tenets and beliefs I've been espousing is going to that. Nor should they, okay? I'm being the role model to myself that I've never had. So, hey, that's fine. And no, I'm not emoing it up right now, okay? This is true, okay? My beliefs and the way that I live my life says can't do it. So that's how it is. So a man shall sow, so shall he reap. Here's another thing that really angers me about Academy X. The whole permissibility of the whole thing. I still go to school. I still get up at, 6 in the morning, get on my routine, go out for the bus and things like that. I go to every class, and yet they have nothing for me to do. Should I just bring, Kingdom Come and a bunch of League of Extraordinary Gentlemen books and just read them? I could do that at home. I don't get it. Why are they having us have a butt in the seat when they're not doing anything with it? Okay? Do you want to know the answer for that? Money. Okay? They're paid for attendance. So it's going to look terrible, if suddenly a third of the school stops showing up. Okay? They don't get any money that way. I can't blame them for that. That's how the system works. But I can recognize that and see that it's wrong. But, all I did today was play Halo. Oh, and I watched some of last week's TNA Impact on SpikeTV.com. Here's the thing. As I'm filming this right now, SmackDown's on, but I don't need to give my viewership to the WWE. They have enough kids, they have enough things doing that, and I understand that they're doing a pretty good job, especially with the recent turn of Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson or whatever you want to call him, and Batista now knows a submission hold. Whatever. But I can understand that, they're in good hands. The whole thing with TNA, it's a train wreck that has to be believed, okay? I missed out on the whole WCW imploding on itself, 1998 through 2000, because I was watching WWE, okay? And that's just like a once-in-a-lifetime thing that you can have, to watch a company self-destruct. So that's why I watch TNA. Not directly, I don't have cable, but I watched it on the internet, just to see it, okay? Speaking of train wrecks, that whole Orlando Jordan gimmick, I just find it very offensive, okay? I don't find it offensive that he's, gay or whatever, that's fine. But I find it offensive that that's his whole character. He's a bad guy because he's gay or bi or whatever. And the fact that they don't come out and say it, they're just like bizarre beliefs, really cast a very negative shadow over the whole thing, okay? They should at least have the decency or whatever to call a spade and not try to profit off of this manufactured character. I have nothing against Orlando Jordan. Props to him, okay? He's getting a paycheck for doing this, and hey, maybe that's his personality cranked up to 11. That's none of my business. But what it is my business as a viewer to decide if I want to watch this, okay? I reserve that right. So, I don't know. I shouldn't be giving stupid people advice, okay? Doesn't TNA have a bunch of, they're backed by Panda Energy Corporation, millions of dollars, they signed Hogan. They should have, those people have the logic and the smarts to figure that out, okay? They don't need some guy sitting in his room with his race car bed telling them how to run their company, okay? I'm tired of giving advice as a whole to people who don't deserve it. So that's my kind of TNA minute. And now, unless something really groundbreaking happens, I'm really not going to talk about TNA. In fact, this might be the last Video Venom episode because I'm considering going back to text because I'm done with the finals and stuff. I'm done with high school or whatever, and I'll have a lot more time to actually express my thoughts, in the written, and type it up in the written form. Another thing, I will be posting my Like a Prime video, the thing I uploaded to my multimedia senior project. Not the whole project, mind you, but just a small portion of it to YouTube sometime in the near future once I get the AVI from school. So, yeah, look at that. It's not that good. It's kind of cool. Yeah. I would say that I did make a better Transformers picture than Michael Bay ever could, but hey, that's just me. Another thing we might be having is Mr. Heroic's Comic Book Corner. I have a friend of mine, Mr. Heroic, and we're the Heroic Nightmares tag team. He draws comics and stuff, so I might, he writes comics. So I might have a couple reviews of him. I might have him featured on Anti-Venom. The sky's the limit, really. But that's just something to look out in the near future. Also, my life soundtrack would be done by Ozzy Osbourne, okay? Like Shot in the Dark, yeah. And Symptom of the Universe, pretty much. Also, the Spencer's near my house is currently going out of business. The whole mall's going under, and that's good for me because I'll have a place to drive to practice my driving, each and every morning and things like that. Because once school's over, hey, weekdays, what am I gonna do? Okay, so they went out of business, or they're going out of business, so they have everything marked down 75% off at the very least. So I picked up these two figures, the comedian and Rorschach, from Watchmen. So I'm going to make a diorama or something with them. I just thought it was kind of cool, that's all. Oh, also for Mr. Heroic's Comic Book Corner, here's a cool idea for a character, okay? His name's Collateral, and he's molecular combustion, and the whole idea is if he uses even a fraction of his power, it's a huge damage, okay? It's like how they used to sell Black Bolt's speaking ability and things like that, how even the smallest whisper could level a city. It's something like that. Like I said, I'm all over the place, okay? This is Outpour. This is just everything just going out in my head like that oil spill, okay? I'm currently probably going to be gainfully employed by Innsmouth College, not Miskatonic, mind you, but for at least 2 weeks or something, hopefully going to make some money so I can purchase some things when I go down to Orlando to the TNA taping. Maybe get a Mr. Anderson shirt. I do like what they're doing with them. I would probably watch the segment with Mr. Anderson, but I can do that on YouTube. I don't need to go to Spike TV. Here's something else that also relating to Academy X. If Brandon Goldman wants to stir the pot, so to speak, with me in the pipeline, here's a recommendation for you. And of course, you're a senior, so you're not going to care. Just pass it on to Miss Biocash or whatever I called her that one time when I had her featured in Video Venom, or Anti-Venom. Make a video thing with the pipeline, okay? Put stuff on YouTube. Put it on Twitter, okay? Make it so people can get tweets about the latest in school news, okay? Make people want to be a part of the pipeline, okay? Get that tie-in. Hype it up, okay? Have correspondence, broadcast correspondence or whatever at, the sports games, have them booth. Have some kind of presence instead of being a invisible little piece of paper that comes out, bi-weekly or bi-monthly or irregularly, whatever. But hey, giving advice to people who don't deserve it. Oh yeah, we don't have Marty here today because I gave him the net off. 2 wire playing Halo. Let me just, if you'll pardon me, let me just look to see how much time we have. 8 minutes. Okay, hey. If you guys want something to be said on Video Venom or a topic or something to be posted on Anti-Venom, hey, just, you know how to contact me via Facebook, Twitter, that kind of stuff. Thanks to everyone who's been checking me out, okay? I think we've broken 1,000 hits so far, so let's keep those things coming. And hey, if you don't like it, that's my opinion. If you agree with it, more power to you, but if you disagree, hey, we can discuss it, okay? Not going to yell at you or anything like that, okay? Trying to have some kind of rational discourse, okay? Because this is the kind of thing I want to do, okay? I want to have some kind of a radio talk show, things like that. But hey, I've blabbered on for too long right now, okay? So thanks for watching the 29th episode of Video Venom Outpour. This is NOZ4882 signing off. Later.